celebrating trust, transformation and timeless value. The 8th edition of ET Now Best BFSI Brands 2025 brought together the pioneers of India's financial evolution. From digital breakthroughs to inclusive innovation, these are the brands redefining how India banks, insures and invests. Let's take a closer look.
Today, we're evolving continuously to meet the ever-changing expectations of our consumers. And this platform brings to you some expert panel discussions, fireside chats, standalone sessions to really delve deeper into segments that bother us as an industry, that concern us as an industry, and hopefully bring about some thoughts, some solutions as we come from an industry that we'd like to take forward and grow together. And to set the tone for today, to look forward to a wonderful, positive start, may I request all of you to please be set for our special address on Aadhaar face authentication, revolutionizing inclusion.
Aadhaar, as we are aware, is India's pioneering digital identity program. It has continuously evolved to enhance accessibility, security, and efficiency in authentication. It is a unique 12-digit identity number issued by the Indian government to all its residents based on their biometric and demographic data. Over time, today, Aadhaar has evolved much beyond the UID that it was. It is the backbone of India's digital transformation. There are, however, some lesser-known facts about it. This 12-digit unique number is linked to the identity of the individual, both in life and afterlife. It is also one of the most portable digital identity in the world in terms of carriage and ease of retrieval. When we see Aadhaar authentication, what are we looking at? In the future, we are looking at expansion. We are looking at expansion to various systems, the Windows OS, the desktop. We are looking at enhancements in the AI field with respect to security, integration with a vast number of public and private services, and also accelerating the digital economy of India. To conclude, the Aadhaar face authentication is not just a technological upgrade. It is a tool to create a revolution in digital inclusion. It gives businesses access to untapped customer base and the possibility of innovating differentiated customer-centric services. It is our belief that with the spirit of enterprise and innovation, the thought leaders and innovators could possibly give rise to not just new business models, but unicorns and business leaders of tomorrow. Together, let us embrace this change and embrace this innovation and move towards a digitally powered and inclusive India. The future, the way we believe it, is touchless, seamless, and inclusive.
We're all set to bring to you a very, very interesting panel discussion where we'll be talking about brands, banks, and timeless bonds. It is a way for us to take this conversation ahead as we have one of the best names of the industries joining us.
How is AI reshaping digital marketing strategies for you? And what roles do you think the agencies play in driving this transformation?
As far as the storytelling or brand storytelling goes, I think agencies still have a role to play there. When it comes to purely brand storytelling, one of the things agency can definitely do is educate the customer. I think that is something which is lacking big time still, especially when it comes to brand and marketing. I think next point will be probably to help clients interpret those AI algorithms or AI use cases in a better way, and how we can basically use those tools as an organization into your brand and targeted marketing. I think that will be another very important value which agencies can bring on the table. And last but not the least, I think analyzing and interpreting the outcome from large amount of data, which obviously we say that AI will bring in, but a lot of us, and I will be very honest with myself, a lot of us also don't know how we actually use those data. AI can throw, of course, a lot of insight, but how you build those insight into your campaign is something which is very, very crucial, which I think agency can bring in those value into the table. AI is definitely not a magic bullet, that's for sure. It is ultimately a tool. And what is this tool biggest capability? I believe, and I think largely the jury is probably out there, is definitely the speed to the market. That's what AI brings on the table. So I think, yes, it's a very, very interesting time for us. It's evolving space, and we are all geared up to see how this can help all the branding marketers here.
My view is the following, that, I think there are multiple Indias and there are like lots of Indians. And I think for any company which wants to be a market leader in whichever category, you have to have an omni-channel approach. Digital has allowed acquisition at scale, but actually has it allowed recommendation in terms of personalization? Very frankly, I think it's a mixed bag on that, right? Across most brands, including kind of ours. And then you have AI, which to my end is the next bit of the continuum. What is the best use of AI to my mind? To me, AI, number one, offers you opportunity to increase the, and improve the customer experience. That's one. Second, how does it do that? Through customization, personalization, serving up stuff which is far more relevant. Second is a lot of the work actually is happening in terms of risk tech, as the earlier speaker mentioned, in terms of fraud analytics, detecting fraud and so on. So there's that. But to me, where AI comes in is if we are able to embed it in various functions and get them to independently try out use cases and then see what works and then figure out how to scale it.
This is what takes us to a very, very interesting next segment where we'll be introducing our leaders' dialogues. Our leaders will be delving deep on all about democratizing financial services, whether we talk about innovation today, whether we talk about accessibility or about growth. Keeping all these pointers in mind, they'll be here sharing their thoughts, their insights, and the way they function at their organizations.
Prabhat sir, how do you see urban cooperative banks being able to balance the sustainability and the profitability in an increasingly competitive environment?
So we are also talking about, we are working on a host of initiatives because RBI has clearly defined what we'll do, fund-based, non-fund-based activities. We are also working on ESG initiatives, carbon credits, how these banks can take advantage. For example, if today all banks have their own data center in some form or the other, their own or hired multi-tenancy or something, if we consolidate that into one and we save on electricity, on what kind of ESG initiatives these banks can drive. On reach also, my experience of working in hinterland is that these are not customers who can't afford things. They are very value conscious. Once you establish value, and UPI is a great example of that, Aadhaar is a great example of that, you establish value and then they flock to take the services. If you are able to create affordable products and demonstrate value in their area, that yes, this product is affordable, I can take this and it will work in my geography, then they'll flock to buy the product. So with the urban cooperative banks, we intend to create not only insurance but micro saving products, products around payments, or products around how to save the saving culture, demonstrate value, and then drive the adoption. That's our approach.
Paragji, maybe a question for you on that note. So life insurance products, primarily have been, distribution dependent. How do you see the role of NUFCDC in the distribution mechanism of life insurance products through its accessibility to urban cooperative banks?
We all, as a sector, you may have read in various articles, one of the big goals that the IRDA and the entire sector, along with the government, has aligned to, is that we want to be creating an industry where there is insurance for everybody, insurance for all by 2047. The 2-3 clear use cases that I see is, apart from the reach, I also see this entity and the 1,500 odd urban cooperative banks, if they are put together under this umbrella institution, and technology is a common stack created for them, and there are better governance structures, more capitalized, so that they're a little stronger financially. If this happens, then the sector can definitely use this engine to create financial literacy. Because even now, many people in the villages see insurance premium as an expense and not as an important first level food, shelter, clothing need. While they all understand that insurance is important, but it is not on the priority of anybody. And through this institution, we could reach there. So that is, apart from distribution, the second use case very clearly exists.
As we get set to really talk about the future of the banking sector, and what better point and what better audience than this to do just that. I welcome Mr. Rajendra Kumar Babbar, Executive Director and Chief Business Officer, Bandhan Bank, joining us to share a lot more about the future of banking sector.
Today, as we celebrate excellence in the branding and the marketing, let us talk about something crucial, the future of the Indian banking sector and the transformative role of brand innovation in shaping it. The banking landscape in India is undergoing a transformation, shaped by the rapid digital and innovation, evolving consumer demands, and a regulatory framework. From traditional brick and mortar banks to the rapid adoption of the cutting-edge technologies, the way we are discussing on the AI, the blockchain, and the digital banking solutions. India's financial ecosystem is at the cusp of the revolution. As we move forward toward becoming the third largest economy in the world, the banking sectors play a pivot role in realizing the vision of the Viksit Bharat by 2047. Indian banking sector, with a diverse mix of the public sector banks, private sector banks, the foreign banks, and the small financial banks, has seen a growth over the last decade. According to the data of the RBI, the Indian banking system consists of the 13 public sector banks, 21 private sector banks, 44 foreign banks, and 12 small financial banks, employing over 15 lakh employees and more than a million indirectly. The Indian banking sector has strong oversight by the RBI, ensuring the stability and the resilience. Over the past decade, banks have seen changes in the traditional brick and mortar model to technology-driven approaches, greatly enhancing the financial accessibilities. It has emerged as a cornerstone of resilience and the significant shaping the country economy framework and playing a crucial role in achieving the India growth story.
We are thrilled to have amongst us our guest of honor today to talk about the pulse of progress, to talk about reinventing BFSI for tomorrow. How is it that we can set the stage for the future for our industry? May I have the pleasure of welcoming Shri Somnesh Joshi ji, Deputy Director General, Ministry of Communication, Government of India.
We have seen in the last 10 years a massive transformation. The way we were consuming the services 10 years before and how we are consuming the services right now, particularly in the BFSI sector, is amazing. It's, I can say with the proud that all across the world, it is the talk of every country, every nation wants that how we are delivering. Digital robust system is already in place. Everyone is aware in the form of the Aadhaar and the bank account and then connectivity, affordable mobile devices, and all other DPIs, right from the account aggregator, eSign, DigiLocker, Bhashni. So everything is available, and we are using this infrastructure available to make more and more services and the innovations in our country. Now, what is more that, we have to do? Because when we innovate, we have to see the consumer, the last mile consumer. So now, it's a high time that now we will further innovate and find whatever the gaps we are seeing in the field that we can plug in. So, we have to think from that angle also when we are innovating in the future. We have to think as a consumer all the possible gaps that can happen, and we have to plug in using the technology. Because now it's a data-driven economy and lots of data is getting generated. So within the BFSI sector, and then the data is generated through the social media, data is generated or going to be generated in a massive fashion in coming time using the Internet of Things, the IoT devices. Maybe the vehicle IoT will tell you that, okay, this vehicle is being run by the driver in a proper manner or maybe very rash driving. That data you can get through the IoT devices. You are also getting the data about the risk analysis of a particular geography that when we are going to design some insurance product or maybe when we are giving the loan, etc. So data will come, many form using the IoT devices. So just wait for the time when our avatars will transact all the financial things, writing contracts, right? And with all security and the privacy.
I'd like for you to do the honors as we are now all set to share so many success stories. Please get set as we now present to you our coffee table book unveiled right here. To share with you a lot about the insights into what went behind the process, I'd like for all of you to please put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Tanmoy Mitra, editor, ET Edge Insights, who will be sharing us and taking a lot of time and delving deeper onto the research methodology that we undertook.
For enterprise, as you can see, the two most critical parameters are turnover and growth rates. Hence, we have given more weightage to these two parameters. And the rest, all parameters carry a 10% weightage. Similarly, for startups, more weightage is given to turnover and app rating on Google Store, which are 25 and 15%. The rest carry a 10% weightage.
May I request all of you to please get set for the much-awaited ET Now Best BFSI Brands, an initiative by ET Edge. May we now present to you the Best BFSI brand, Northern Arc Capital.
NBFCs have been playing a very critical role to bridging the gap between the traditional banking and the underbanked or the unbanked communities. Northern Arc Capital is a leading NBFC with over 15,000 crore of AUM and with a deep sectoral expertise, with the data-led tech platform, with a robust risk mechanism in place and a strong liability franchise. It has been providing credit solutions by way of lending, by way of placements, and it's the fund management business to various key sectors, including the affordable housing, including rural financing, MSME, and the consumer finance sector. And this award is a commitment that we have made, and we stand fully committed, going forward.
The Best BFSI brand, let's hear it up for Bonanza.
With respect to the AI with fintech, it is going to be very impactful and impacting a lot with respect to cybersecurity, catering to the security measures with respect to this area of this particular part, improving the customer experience, operational efficiency. It can be improved through AI, right? So AI is going to impact in a very different way. It is going to be a new era with respect to the AI with fintech. Okay. In order to get new kind of financial product, which is AI decision making and decision driven data point of view.
Please put your hands together as I welcome CSB Bank. A round of applause, please.
with the evolution of artificial intelligence, there has been significant revolution in the industry. It is beneficial to both banks and customers. Banks are able to create significant efficiency, especially on the operational side, create a lot more analytics platforms to help the customers, and customers are also able to get much better service from the banks. We as a bank has been going through a transformational journey on our tech stack, and as a part of that, we are using AI to help our customers better and also create cost efficiencies within the bank. These are early days and a long, long way to go, and we will continue to invest into this.
Next, let's hear it up for Capital Small Finance Bank, Best BFSI Brand 2025. Congratulations.
The financial services sector is undergoing significant transformation fueled by technological advances, changing consumer behavior, and ever-growing need for enhanced security in digital interactions. In today's fast-growing payment landscape, financial institutions like us are fostering on two key priorities, that is, improving the customer experience and enhancing the fraud detection. With rapid adoption of digital payments, there is a growing threat of cyber fraud demanding advanced and proactive solutions.
From powerful conversations to purpose-driven recognition, the 8th edition of ET Now Best BFSI Brands 2025 celebrated those shaping the future of finance in India. Stay tuned only on ET Now.